Bitcoins are found as opposed to printed PCs all over the planet mine for coins by rivaling one another. Bitcoin mining is the most common way of finding new blocks, confirming exchanges and adding them to the Bitcoin blockchain. Each time another block is found, the effective excavator is allowed the option to fill that block with new exchange information. As a trade-off for devoting time and assets to playing out this undertaking, winning diggers get a free measure of brand new Bitcoin known as a block reward, as well as any expenses connected to exchanges they store in the new blocks. The most common way of giving effective excavators brand new Bitcoin is only the way in which new coins enter dissemination. Why mine Bitcoin? There are two essential motivations behind why an individual or organization would need to mine digital currency like Bitcoin. To have a possibility of procuring Bitcoin block rewards, which, starting around 2022, rises to 6.25 Bitcoins around $210,000 at press time. New blocks are generally found once like clockwork. To partake in getting and keeping up with the decentralized Bitcoin organization. How do Bitcoin excavators find new blocks? To approve and add new exchanges to the blockchain, diggers should contend with one another utilizing particular figuring hardware. They utilize their gear to create fixed length codes known as hashes. To find the following block, excavators should create a hash that has an equivalent or bigger number of zeros before it than the target hash. The objective hash is a 64-digit hexadecimal code, containing numbers 0 to 9 and letters AF. All excavators are attempting to set underneath up to find the following block. As a beginning stage, all excavators take the information from the past block, known as the block header, which contains things like a timestamp of the block, the hash of the past block information, and a vacant space known as a cryptographic nonce. Most of the information in the block header is fixed, meaning it can't be changed, aside from the nonce. A nonce signifies a number just utilized once, and is the piece of the past block header that excavators are permitted to change. Keep in mind, simply changing a solitary piece of the information delivers a very surprising hash. The interesting part is, hashes are produced totally at arbitrary, meaning it's outside the realm of possibilities for diggers to know what the hashes will be before they create them. So it's basically an instance of experimentation until somebody finds the right nonce, a scheme known as the brilliant nonce. For this reason, diggers need to put resources into energy-escalated PCs, especially application explicit coordinated circuit (ASIC) excavators that can create trillions of hashes each second. A simple method for considering Bitcoin mining is to envision each new block as a money box with a blend lock on it. To get the free Bitcoin block award inside and win the option to add new exchange information into it, and gather the related expenses, you need to continue to turn one of the number wheels on the lock, the nonce, until you break the blend, the objective hash. What is a hash? A hash is a cryptographic numerical capacity that changes over any message or information input into a fixed-length code. Consider it an encryption method where messages are numerically rendered into a succession of numbers and letters of a proper length. The results have set lengths to make it difficult to figure the size of the info. For example, the hash for hello would be the very same length as the hash of the whole text of a Harry Potter book. These hash capacities are irreversible, implying that it's difficult to return the hash to its unique info. A similar information will likewise consistently produce similar grouping of letters and numbers. For instance, the hash of hello will be a similar code without fail. Each code created is totally extraordinary as well, meaning delivering similar hash with two distinct inputs is unthinkable. On account of Bitcoin, The blockchain utilizes secure hash algorithm 256 or SHA-256 to produce a 256 cycle or 64 characters in length yield, no matter what the size of the info. How compensating is Bitcoin mining? For each new block added to the blockchain, the convention a bunch of rules customized into Bitcoin discharges a proper measure of shiny new coins to the effective digger. This block reward framework serves as the appropriation component for Bitcoin. As a feature of the customized measures acquainted by Satoshi Nakamoto with consistently decline the quantity of Bitcoins delivered over the long run. The coins granted to diggers are sliced generally like clockwork, are 210,000 blocks, in a cycle known as a Bitcoin halving. In 2009, the block reward was 50 BTC. This figure was diminished to 25 BTC in 2013. The latest splitting happened in 2020, and saw block rewards tumble from 12.5 BTC to 6.25 BTC. Note that Bitcoin has a 21 million most extreme stock cap, and we as of now have 18.9 million coins available for use. Block prizes will as of now not be disseminated once 21 million BTC has been delivered to the market. When this occurs, diggers may have the option to procure awards as Bitcoin exchange charges. Indeed, even with this mix of two income sources, only one out of every odd digger creates benefits. To get by, an excavator's profit should surpass the sum spent on power and the buy and support of mining rigs. Likewise, as mining trouble increments, huge mining tasks are compelled to extend or update their hardware to keep an upper hand. For most normal excavators who can't stand to put resources into costly gear, there's a chance to consolidate their assets with different diggers all over the planet. Every digger consents to share compensations as per the commitments of every excavator. These organizations of diggers are classified mining pools. There are, nonetheless, a few intriguing occurrences where solo excavators have effectively mined blocks all alone from home. Bitcoin mining trouble. Something imperative to be familiar with Bitcoin is that when Satoshi Nakamoto made the convention, they customized in an objective block revelation season of 10 minutes. This implies it ought to require roughly 10 minutes for an excavator to make the triumphant code to effectively find the following block. So how does the organization guarantee new blocks are found at regular intervals? The Bitcoin convention can consequently increment or lessening the intricacy of the mining system relying upon how rapidly or gradually obstructs are being found. At regular intervals, the Bitcoin convention naturally changes the objective hash to make it harder or simpler for diggers to track down blocks. In the event that they are taking excessively lengthy, over 10 minutes, the trouble will change descending. Under 10 minutes, it will change up. All the more explicitly, the convention will increment or abatement the quantity of zeros at the front. This probably won't seem like a lot. Yet adding a solitary zero to the objective hash makes the code essentially more diligently to beat, as well as the other way around. The 2021 crackdown on mining exercises in China made Bitcoin's organization trouble experience its greatest drop ever. This along these lines prompted excess Bitcoin excavators revealing critical ascents in mining income. Through this framework, the Bitcoin convention can keep block disclosure times as near 10 minutes as it can. While effectively taking part in the Bitcoin organization can be a profoundly remunerating adventure, the power and equipment necessities frequently limit its productivity, especially for excavators with restricted assets. For what reason does Bitcoin mining utilize such a lot of energy? Probably the greatest disadvantage of Bitcoin is the immense measure of energy it utilizations to mine new coins, approve exchanges and secure its organization. At press time, Bitcoin's hash rate, the proportion of all computational power devoted to mining new currencies, remains at 183 exahash, a.s. This implies Bitcoin diggers aggregately endeavor to break the objective hash of the following new block 183 quintillion times each second. This movement consumes around 131 terawatt-long stretches of power each year, which is more power than the nation of Ukraine consumes during a similar time span. The primary justification for this outrageous utilization is on the grounds that each time Bitcoin ascends in cost, it urges new excavators to participate in the fight to win new coins and powers existing outfits to buy more apparatuses or overhaul their gear to stay cutthroat. At the point when this occurs, how much computational power used to mine Bitcoin increments, which, thusly, causes the Bitcoin convention to increase the trouble so that blocks keep on being found at a consistent rate like clockwork. A characteristic side effect of this expanded rivalry is higher energy utilization. The more machines buzzing away to mine Bitcoin, the higher the aggregate energy utilization.
Friends, I really need your support, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe to the channel and write any comment right now.